Here we go. It's been so long. Oh my gosh. Except for that one, like, tiny shit stream I did. Oh god, okay, I gotta post this thinking everywhere. I'm so tired. Okay. Okay. Streaming some OC stuff. Redesigning an elf kind of dude. Please come join while I rant about shit if you wanna see that in chat. I don't know. Okay, great, fabulous. I should probably like fuck. This is why I still have a day job, because I'm just like, who am I? What am I doing? How do I stream? I don't fucking know. Sorry, I'm making my post to the Twitter, and then probably to Instagram, maybe Tumblr as well. Oh yeah, Tumblr. Oh fuck. Not log in. Why am I not logged in? Oh, this is terrible. Fuck. I don't know what my password is, which is the problem here. Oh, I got it right immediately. That's very exciting. If I could post that rail up. Well, I'm getting random asks. I haven't been on Tumblr in like 85 years, so I don't know who I am, where I am. That's a lie. I have been on it. It's just I didn't expect to get asks or anything. Streaming for a bit. I still have a decent following on Tumblr, but it's like, you know, people forget you exist, and then when you post, they're like, oh shit, who the fuck is this? And then they unfollow you. So it's tragic. Just drawing OC stuff. Wow. No. I need my link. There we go. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I don't want to do Instagram. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Finally. Great. Move my OBS over here. You can see a bit of it. Don't look at it. Okay, Pinterest, come over here. Okay, fabulous. Wait, no, this isn't OBS. This is Twitch. Everything's falling apart already. My apologies. Okay, there we go. Can you tell I haven't done this properly in a long time? Yeah. it's pretty painful. That's okay. Hopefully also my browser shield nonsense doesn't like fuck with me and fuck with the stream. But you never know, because my VPN totally like fucks with everything usually. So that's really fun, and usually like it'll disconnect or chats won't go through, and then I look like a huge asshole who's ignoring everybody, but it's really just because my computer and shit it's all working against me. And technology hard. I don't know what else to say. I'm ashamed. There we go. I wish I could technology better, you know. I'm gonna take Felix out of this shot because I just want to design him. Because Felot he's more of a twink at one point, and like very pretty dude. And pretty dude is kind of not what I want to go for anymore. Because I have a lot of those characters. And Justine! Hello! Sorry. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I probably just fucking like destroyed your eardrum. Sorry, headphone users, as they say. Hello! Yay! I'm so glad to stream and have you be in chat and stuff. Hey, bro, I'm glad that chat also works, because I wasn't sure with my browser and shit. Because I use Brave and whatever, and it's like, we have shields. And I was like, okay, please don't fuck everything up for me. But no, it works. I'm glad to see you here, man. Also, if my voice sounds kind of shot, it's because I had 2 recording sessions. I had one Friday and then one yesterday. and the one yesterday was boy voice. And so I was talking like this a lot for the most part for like an hour. And I didn't really do any follow-up for my voice after that. So I got I'm kind of fucked right now. And the day before that, I just had like a very eccentric, like, oh, kind of character. Yeah, lots of dubbing lately, which is great. And oh my god, it was so nice because the engineer, because the place that I do dubbing in Vancouver, it only really has like engineer and what is it called? The director who's in Japan, and it's mostly like live action stuff that I do there. And so, like, we kind of had a pause, and I think I was the last person for the day, which is becoming, like, a regular thing. I think it's because, like, the engineer knows that, like, I have a, like, day job, so he gets me in at, like, 5-ish, so that, like, I can do my day job. But I also think it's, like, not to fucking toot my own horn, but I get through the sessions, like, in the allotted amount of time. So, like, if we have an hour, I'll probably finish, like, on the hour or, like a little bit before it. Because yesterday, it was hour 30, and I only took, I think, God, I started late because someone else needed to finish up because they went over their time budget. And so they had to wait for the next guy to do his parts, and then he went back in to record, and then I went in. So I was supposed to start at fucking 3:30, I think, but then I ended up starting at like 3:50 because someone else had to go and record lines, which is fine. I don't really care. And I ended up finishing at like 5. So it was like an hour and 10 minutes, but I was supposed to be there for like an hour and a half. It's because whenever I do live action, it's hard. I don't know why. It's harder though. But whenever I do like anime, it's so much easier and so much faster. And I totally get like I'm not good at Japanese, okay? I improv when I talk to my dad's girlfriend because she's Japanese and she likes it when I talk Japanese, and like her daughter is trying to learn, and like I would like to learn a bit more too. So like, you know, I vaguely know a little bit. I'm not good. But I know just from watching, like, I know anime, blah, it gets a bad rap, blah, blah, blah. But the anime and watching Terrace House and other shows and stuff and just studying, like, I know okay Japanese. So I don't know what the fuck I was talking about anymore after I went on this Japanese rant because I was just trying to really drive home I'm not good at Japanese. So fucking stupid. Oh, hello, Natoma. It's nice to see you. Thank you for dropping by. I'll try to. Oh, wait. I'll try to. I have a picture of Atlas. I'm ready for you, baby. Okay. These are my secrets. Don't look. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was saying. Because I like vaguely know Japanese, doing anime and then Japanese like live action TV shows and movies it's a little bit easier for me because I get like the pacing and stuff. But it was really nice because the engineer and then the director, who are both the founders of the place, look at this Atlas. It's a work in progress. I really like the pose though. And look, this is the jacket that I saw that I was like, oh my god, what if I put Atlas in that jacket? Oh my god. I'll see if I have any more Atlas pictures. I don't think so. Because, again, I haven't drawn him in a really long time. Mostly because I'm scared. I'm scared to draw him because I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I can do it properly because art's been hit and miss for me lately. But I'll see if I have anything else. Yeah, the engineer and the director, they were like, so where did you learn to dub? And I was like, oh, well, I took classes with these people. I've taken a lot of dubbing classes in hindsight. I was like, holy shit, like, I've done a lot. I did, like, an LA-based one. Oh, here's another one. Will it load? Oh, yeah, she's doing her best. I did an LA-based one that, like, I did through Source Connect. So this is a little bit more Atlas. There's my baby, my fucking baby. And then this is the lady. Her name is Esther, I do believe. She is like the guild mother, basically. And then this is Atlas's friend Toral. She is she's gone through a lot of redesigns, but I'm pretty happy with how she looks now, I think. And then this is Reuven. This is Reuven. This is whoa, maybe I should use my stylus. He is her son. I almost said daughter. I got confused for a second. And he's like an engineer, so is she. They make like weapons and vehicles and stuff. And this is all like kind of like flintlock fantasy. So it's on the cusp of having, it's like kind of steam powered stuff right now, but it's not steampunk. Don't get it twisted. Steampunk, I love the idea of steampunk, but it also feels too like milady, if you know what I mean. So I can't necessarily get behind it 100,000% personally, but I do really like it. And then yeah, this is Kairos. She is I called them ghost elves, but I think yesterday I decided to call them shades. Just because they're supposed to be kind of like these shadow beings, sort of. I can't remember what the lore was. I should have written it down, but of course I didn't, because I fucking have the attention span of a flea on steroids. So that's really great. And yes, Kairos and Esther are very cute, and I love them. And this is Lokan, and you might remember him having long hair. I changed it. He has short hair, and I'm trying to figure out how it is a little bit this time, because I don't know why I changed it to short hair. I think it just felt better. I don't know. I think he grows his hair out when he gets older, but I don't remember. So yeah, I don't need to justify myself. I think it's just because I started having a lot of characters with long hair, so I was like, all right, calm down. Even Lottie here. Wait, I'll show you the Tumblr post. One moment. Uno momento. Onegaishimasu. I'm trying to find, because I don't want to open tabs. Like this is Lot. The like, he's also like the ghosty elf shade bullshit thing, but he's always been really more on the feminine side, and this was like, I originally didn't really know if he was going to be human, because originally he was a human, because I made him for a D&D. No, wait. Did I make him for a D&D? No, he was inspired by Castlevania. So I made like a Castlevania OC, and then generally if I make an OC for like an anime or show or something, then I end up like translating them into my story. And it's because I used to like RP a lot with one of my friends who is now not a horrible person, but has been maybe a horrible person. I don't know. Pretty sure a covert narcissist. I don't have qualifications, obviously, to diagnose her, but she was very horrible, and I talked about her on stream. She treated me very poorly, blah, blah, blah. So I don't RP with her anymore because she just wanted me so that I would play like surrogate boyfriend in RPs and stuff. So I don't talk to her anymore because it made me really sad. And she called me an emotional abuser because I got sad that she kept, being a fucking jerk to me. And so that was really cool. Anyway, that's not the point. Thank you, man. Yeah, Castlevania is dope. The last season was Saint-Germain. Saint-Germain? Fuck if I know, dude. I don't know. I'm just gonna say Saint-Germain because fuck me, I don't know how to say it. I'm pretty sure it's Saint-Germain, but I'll say Saint-Germain because I sound kind of fancy, right? Hello, Noya! Hey, it's good to see you. You wonderful bastard, you. Hello. And I say that, like, endearingly, not like a bitch. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be, oh god. I'm digging myself a fucking hole. But thank you. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for showing up. What was I saying? Right, Castlevania. I don't know what season it was, but shit got whack. I didn't like it that much. Yeah, the shit with Saint-Germain. he was a real dude in history. He was allegedly an alchemist who lived far beyond his natural lifespan because he actually, I don't know if, ooh, that was a sexy voice crack. I don't know if he acquired the Philosopher's Stone or created it. I'm guessing he created it because, he's a fucking alchemist. But there are reports of him throughout history having lived, like, way too fucking long, man. And I didn't know that when I watched Castlevania season whatever, the last season. So I was like, who the fuck is this? Why are there robots? Why is he time traveling? The time traveling doesn't make sense to me still. And I was like, I hate this character because I don't understand this character at all. But now that I get it, I'm still like, I don't like that character. I don't know why that character was even involved. He didn't do anything, right? Like, he introduced the idea of different universes and worlds or planes, I suppose. But I don't know why he was included. Oh, did he give info to Trevor? I guess, lol. Yeah, no one knows. But God, I watched that season with my friend on Discord. I don't remember him helping them. Yeah, I gotta rewatch it too. I don't know if I want it. I think I'll just wait for the Richter stuff. Because I don't know if I can do that again. Castlevania season 1 and 2. Splendid. Spectacular. I love those seasons. I kind of wish it just ended there. Because honestly, I don't really know much about the games. But I don't know if Carmilla or Striga or any of them were canon in the games. But they just felt like that scene in Avengers Endgame where it's like girl power, women can get it done. It felt like that for the entire season. And I was like, I fucking hate this. It felt so bad. Oh, is it laggy? Is it laggy for like other people too? It looks fine for me, but I don't know. Let me know if it looks like shit. I'll try to change some settings, bruv. I'm sorry that it's laggy. Castlevania was really fun. Like, I didn't really play the games. My brother did, but I didn't really play the games. I watched the first 2 seasons, really liked it. I bullied my sister into watching it, and then she called Trevor, Alucard, and Sypha a throuple the entire time. And she was so angry when they left Alucard. She was like, they broke up the fucking throuple? Are you kidding me? Stuart, hello! Hey, homie, how's it going? You might notice that I talk now. That's so stupid to say. But I know that in school, I was like a little hermit and I didn't say anything. It's because I was really depressed and I have ADHD and anxiety and my parents were getting divorced. So I was in a state of being. So I'm sorry if I was like ever really standoffish and shit. I didn't mean to be. I just had issues. But I'm good now for the most part, Mom's dead. No more issues. Whew. I'm good. Okay, it's just your connection. Yeah, when they separated, I was like, this makes absolutely no sense to me. You guys just helped him kill his dad, and you're just gonna fucking leave him now? What? You woke this bitch up from his slumber in his weird underground clock tower haven gearwork bullshit. You woke this bitch up, fought him, stabbed him, freaking ridiculed him, and then you were like, all right, killed your dad, bye. Who does that? Bro, what the fuck? That's horrible. I feel like the ending of the last season should have been somewhat similar to or it should have been sort of like that. Because I don't know if that happens in the games, but I love the idea of Alucard's castle kind of being the center point for like a new town and shit to form. I thought that was fun and very cute and wholesome. And I'm just like, man, Alucard just being like papa to all these fucking tiny babies. That's adorable. He's like, wow, fuck kids. But then it's also like, oh my god, look at these babies running around. That's so cute. Like, goddamn, it's so delightful, man. But yeah, I just really didn't like that's the last season. It just felt so unnecessary. And I didn't like the whole like sexual manipulation with Alucard. Like that made me viscerally uncomfortable. And I think I actually skipped through it because I was like, I don't want to watch that. That makes me feel really weird. So oh, dude, that's when I stopped too. And then my friend was like, dude, shit gets crazy. And I was like, really? So then I watched it with her. And then I was like, I should not have watched this season. Oh, thanks, Nutella. Yeah, I'm kind of honestly like, sorry, I'm just ranting right now. So my brain is just kind of doing default design stuff and I'm not really thinking. But I'm sure I'll start to think a little clear once I kind of have a base, because in this area it's called Hanfen and it's supposed to be very like Victorian styled, and it's kind of, sorry if you heard my burp, I'm so sorry, but oh, and excuse me. Wow. But yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like vaguely Bloodborne inspired, just in the Victorian sense, and oh, we kind of hunt monsters sort of thing. Because this area, too much lore to go into, but this area is basically, oh god, I'm gonna go into it just a little bit, just to explain the area. Okay, so there's a bunch of regions in this continent that most of my stories take place on, yeah? So, I don't know if I can name all of them, because I'm bad at remembering things, but there's Kor, oh god, here we go, Kor, Ozias, Hanfen, Langara, and Vantis. I think that's all of them. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. And they were essentially like the gods before, the gods of the first world, I guess you could say. So they were kind of just like, you know, they're workshopping what like the earth in like this continent and shit's gonna look like. They're like, oh man, we gotta figure it out, blah blah blah. But like in all honesty, it's kind of like everything's just sort of floating around and nothing really makes sense. Like physics doesn't make sense. It's all just really weird and abstract, and like normal humans would not be able to comprehend what the first world was really like. And the first world still exists in the second world, which is now like the material plane. So like that's why like any area that kind of has the first world incorporated into it is kind of sealed off and is not really understood and is kind of just like feared, because weird shit happens in there, man. Yeah, I have a lot of notes from my OCs, but then I tend to change shit a lot. So yeah. But I have a huge Google Doc. Maybe I'll pull it up. I'm still working on it, so Hyphoria outline, I think. So yeah, Hanfen, Ozias, all those are the names of the gods. And then there's a big fucking kerfuffle, blah, I don't want to get into it too much. I'll be here for like 80 hours. And basically the gods get slain, and they're like huge fucking entities, right? And so when they crash down to the earth, or onto this like big rock, I guess, then their bodies kind of like break apart and become the land. So they all died kind of pretty close together. And so they're kind of just like a solitary, not really, yeah, it's a continent kind of surrounded by water. And it's all just, all the land is created from the decayed corpses of fallen gods, basically. And Hanfen, he was the only one who didn't get corrupted by like this eldritch influence. And so that eldritch influence convinced, or like kind of possessed in a way, all the other gods to slay him, including Langara, who was kind of like his sister figure. And so Langara struck him down and killed him, and the eldritch influence pretty much cursed him. And so when his body decayed, it kind of it eliminated his gift of lightning pretty much, and instead it like birthed the mutagens, which I kind of like borrowed from Witcher, but they're kind of more fucked up, and so everything continuously mutates. Like if you've seen Annihilation, the movie with Padme, what's her name? Oh no, what's her name? Jane Foster? No, that's the character. Oh no. Well, you know, that actress. If you've seen Annihilation and how everything kind of starts mutating and like combining together when it actually shouldn't be, that's kind of what the land turned into. So everything is mutating and changing. But then Langara, in a moment of clarity while looking over the corpse of her like brother that she just slayed, she sheds a single tear, and that tear became humankind in Hanfen, and they are not ones who can be corrupted by the mutagens. So she pretty much gave this Natalie Portman, thank you. Why was that so hard to remember? So yeah, Langara's tear kind of blessed humankind in Hanfen, and they don't get or like naturally corrupted. So there are like a bunch of corrupted like beasts and stuff in Hanfen, and because his body is fetid and it's corrupted and diseased and stuff, and so there's like they're called, God, I think they're called bishops in my story. I had to look, and I have like a link at the top of my story draft that like relates to church stuff. Because I think church stuff, when used in like a fantasy setting, is really fun, and not in the way of like, you know, the traditional way we see the church. I like that energy. I think it's really interesting. So bishops are kind of the people who look over a certain part of the land, and that's kind of what this fucker is. What's his name? What Felot is one of the bishops who is basically like a monster hunter in a way. And he works kind of with the church, but he's also an asshole and kind of does his own thing. And it's Felix's love interest and blah, blah, blah. And there's a bunch of different, like, no, wait, he's not a bishop. He's a cardinal, my bad. He's a cardinal which works with the bishops. So Felix, who is his love interest, is a bishop of his area. And so Felot is a cardinal, which is basically a hunter. And he works with Felix, but when they were younger, they were just kind of equal, so it's not like a weird power imbalance thing. It's more of like a hot power imbalance thing from when they knew each other when they were youngins and whatever. So yeah, that's why there's like hunters, basically, and it's kind of vaguely influenced by Bloodborne, but it's not really so much to do with the blood. But the only way humans can get corrupted is if they go down into these ancient kind of gateways to the first world that are still, you could kind of consider them like the bones of Hanfen or like the pores or something. And so they're called dams. And then there are wells, which are basically like unsealed portals to, or unsealed entrances to the first world that are kind of guarded by astrologists and stuff, because the first world is basically the astral sea at this point, and there's like the astral watchers who try to just kind of keep everything contained down there and shit. And wow, I'm just going off. Basically, if somebody fucking goes into one of the dams, they'll probably get corrupted, unless they're like a Strigoi or something, which is like a witch or like a druid in my world, and they're connected to the land, so they won't get corrupted by it because they don't fear it. They understand it, blah, 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 and all that shit. So yeah, it's complicated. I am working on the story for it. And yeah, I have the first chapter written out. It's going to be an audiobook format. I'm already asking people. I have some people who have already like kind of read for some of the characters, so it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna narrate it because it's like so much fucking words. I don't have the money to pay somebody to narrate it, so I'll just do it. But yeah, I'm asking Ben, who played Terry, to be one of the characters or to like read for one, and I'm really excited because I think he's gonna fucking crush it, and I can't wait to hear his British accent. yeah, I do want to make stuff out of my story because I do feel like fantasy. I don't know. Like, I don't want to think that I'm super creative and like only really cool. I'm the only one who has new ideas, but I just want to inject my ideas out there and kind of like I want to just fucking put a twist on fantasy a little bit and just introduce stuff because fantasy is so often just elves and white people. And I'm so sick of it. It's so fucking boring. Every fantasy show is the exact same. And I just wish that, you know, people would do weird shit. You know? It's really infuriating when everything just comes out the same, representation isn't added, diversity isn't considered, that kind of thing. So I just want to, you know, share my vision, even if it's never like a like an actual produced thing by a studio. It's just me. I just want to share it because I feel like fantasy is a little bit stale these days, and fantasy is my favorite genre. And there's like honestly, first 2 seasons, Castlevania, freaking peak. I love that shit. It was so fun. The use of magic and Trevor's weapons. It felt really fresh, and it was very fun to watch. And then everything just kind of got a little weird from there, but that's fine, you know? So yeah, I love the more adult themes too. The swearing is fun because let's fucking face it, we all swear, man. Yeah, high fantasy is so fun. And I love having like a little bit of technology, which is what Flintlock is. Like you can have like guns and shit in fantasy. I think that's really fun too. Yeah, Blue Exorcist was dope. Like it kind of like subverts your expectations of the church and everything, which is really, really fun and interesting. And yeah, this guy is a cardinal. His name is Lot, and he's actually an alchemist as well. But he kind of keeps it on the DL because of reasons that I haven't decided just yet. Because he has 2 sisters. It used to be a sister and a brother, but I changed it to sisters, who also are alchemists. And he pretty much, or I guess he probably wouldn't hide it. He would just be like, well, you know, one of us has to go and fight for the church or whatever. Kind of like conscription. So I was like, all right, let's fucking go, man. He decided to kind of take up the mantle as cardinal. So, and he does his own alchemy shit when he's not needed. But yeah. So he has a big brain, big muscles, big booty. That's all we can ask for. Oh, no, I haven't actually. I always kind of hesitate towards watching or delving into the older fantasy series just because I don't like Lord of the Rings or anything like that. It just feels too old to me, which, duh. But I can't watch it. And I know that ruins my pick-me-girl energy because I don't like old fantasy stuff. But, yeah. Cool, witches! I'm fucking in them, man! As long as it's not like, oh, there's an elf, oh my god, oh look, it is a dwarf! He does the dwarven things, and he speaks in a Scottish accent! Like, Callum, no! Sorry. Yes, I love fantasy so much! Yes, agreed! There's just so much you could do with fantasy, and people are just like, oh, but only elves! Aw, that's nice. I think I would like to watch and or read that. That sounds delightful. Because I actually did watch lectures from the dude, Brian Sanderson, who wrote it. And he had some pretty interesting character building lectures. So I trust him. And he seems like a very genuine guy. And I haven't read any of his books, but I would like to kind of delve into that a little bit more, I think. See what the man's got to offer, because his lectures are really interesting. Literally pet men, because they don't have agency. Oh, no. Man, I don't know. Personally, I kind of am like, when one gender is sort of like held above the other, I don't like it. Like, regardless of what it is, I'm just kind of like, all right, this is this is a thing that's been done, and I don't, like, it happens in real life. I've had friends who were treated lesser by their families because they were women, or feminine figures at least, and it makes me really sad. So whenever there's stuff like that, I don't know if I jive with it, but I'll definitely give it a shot just to see. Oh god. Does Lokan have scars? Yes. This is like his new hair and stuff. I never finished drawing him. Let's just do it right now. Fuck it, but he does have scars. Let me see if I can find the Instagram post. Because his hair and stuff, hair style, hair color changed, but I don't think his fuck off Instagram. I don't want fucking notifications, bro. Christ almighty. Like, I don't need to be that tuned into my social media, for God's sake. Nah, you can do the braid one, man. When he's older, he gets the braid. And, like, who the fuck is it? What the fuck is it? Yeah, when he's an older dude, he gets a braid. I have no idea where this is on my computer, but... Doko. Oh. Yeah, he has scars, like, on his little forehead, and a little eyebrow, and a little mouth. You could screenshot that if you would like. Okay, I trust you, fish. Koi. Sorry. Just fish. Koi. I trust you, homie. Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for drawing him. I am forever warmed. Forever. Sorry if I do not, like, respond right away when you tag me. I am just, like, freaking sometimes just responding to DMs of people I work with and stuff. You are a trustworthy fish, and I'm sure so is the bacon you possess. And I appreciate that, and you've never done anything wrong in your life ever, and I know this. So, yeah. Oh, Solomon's so fun. Oh my god, I started actually... God, can you tell I have ADHD? I started drawing his whole squad. His squad of, I think they're called shards. I don't know, it's kind of a thing I made up recently. Because I drew Solomon, and then I was like, what the fuck is he? And then I was like, what if the ancients, like the gods that died, were kind of like dragons, sort of. Like, they don't really have a corporeal form, and they're kind of just a concept that existed. But what if they were dragons? And then what if, like, parts of their bones, like, exploded? And then, not sharks, Noya! Shard! Shard! Not shart either. Shard with a D. With a D. Shattered ones, remnants, shardborn, all that stuff. So yeah, they're kind of just like the gods reborn in a sense, but not quite. They're kind of just like, what would you call them? With the D, yes. It's important, okay? I don't pronounce words good to begin with. Every day is a struggle. Sure, I might be professional voice actor sometimes, but I do not speak the freaking good language sometimes, and I tend to mispronounce shit, and it's the worst, you know? It's very embarrassing sometimes. Oh, man. Yeah, there's a lot of lore, a lot of characters. And it's like, they're not really even that applicable to the stories for the most part. It's just kind of like, oh, this is just something that I know about, and it's not really going to be in the story at all. Because it's still just like, the idea of the story is it's a very new world, and it's very, people just have a lot of different theories about it, which is fun, because I like the idea that no one really knows the truth, but everyone knows pieces of the truth, not the whole truth, you know? Oh man, I was supposed to get my VTuber rigged last month, but then the rigger never, like, reached out to me. And then I was like, you know, I kind of want to redesign my VTuber anyway. So the little dude that you should hopefully be seeing in the bottom left is what I'm gonna be going with. And I'm pretty excited about it because I've really been struggling to like nail down a design for my character. And like I keep changing it up because I feel like I get really easily influenced by things that I see. Like when Niji Sanji came out with I forget what the wave was. It was after Luxium. It was oh my god, what was it? Noctis, I think? Noctix? Whatever. When they came out with them, I was like, oh my god, really fun street or like, you know, tech wear. So fun. So I tried doing that, and then I was like, I really loved it for a bit. But then I was like, this isn't me at all. So then I redid it. Oh wait, before that I had like a high fantasy one, and then I didn't like it. So I redid it to the techwear one, then I didn't like it. And so I redid it again into more of like a Boya looking character. I didn't like it. So I redid it again into this one. And I'm just hoping my dumb ass will just stick with it. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you guys like the little character. Yeah, it's like standing Miku, basically. It's like, you don't... How to explain? So there's, like, for example, there's, pretty much, they have their own, quote-unquote, character quirks and stuff. I think that's more prevalent in the JP VTubers, but they have their own things and backstories, character concepts, and stuff. Those, like, immediately get ditched after debut. And then after debut, it's pretty much just like a normal streamer who will occasionally make references to their background. Like, oh yeah, you know, because I'm a mafia boss and stuff. Yeah, Noctix, that's the one. They'll like occasionally make references to their, like, each other's backgrounds and like character. Like if they're a spy, if they're like a police officer or like a dragon or whatever, they'll kind of like make reference to it, but it's not really that important. So you're kind of, it's pretty much just a streamer who wears an anime face, and it's just a whole bunch of them, and they have their own like merch and stuff because they're selling the design of the VTuber and also like slapping a personality onto this design to like sell merch and entertain and stuff. But nobody really like, yeah, it's more like standing the streamer, but then people will also argue over the designs, and I know I generally judge them by designs first, because some of them I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, like Vox is a really popular streamer, and he's like the he's got like a really deep voice. He is pretty suave. Yeah, no problem. And he does have a bad time with trying to control his fans, and they will like send death threats and everything to other streamers who interact with him. He really fostered a very strong parasocial relationship and didn't want to like break it, because, you know, money, views, people being loyal to him, that kind of thing. And so his fandom was really toxic. And I'm pretty sure that if Vox didn't get the design that he had, he'd be probably just a little less popular. But it's just like this perfect mesh of the design and then the person who's voicing the character and their personality. So it's like a little complicated situation. Yeah, exactly. Like when you see the cool designs, you're like, oh, I want to check that streamer out. Like with the not the newest, not Soleil or whatever. The people with like Scarl and whatever. I was like, these designs are really not too interesting to me. And I wasn't curious about any of the characters, so I totally skipped that gen. Yeah, it's cute. I like VTubers just because you don't have to show your face. You can like adopt an entirely new character. Like sometimes I wish that people didn't know who I was just so that I could do cringy shit and just like feel okay about it, like karaoke streams. But I'm horrified because people fucking know me. So I'm just like taking my time and being like, all right, man, like work up the courage to be really like even more cringy on stream. And like if I suck at video games, then, you know, I will be less embarrassed if I'm like, you know, no one knows me and stuff. So it is like interesting in that regard, but those VTuber agencies, like, you're not allowed to have an agent with a different company, which is strange, but I don't know how like Japan is with agents, because like I have a Canadian agent, right? Or like a British Columbia, Vancouver agent. And I'm allowed to have an LA agent as well, because different markets. And I'm allowed to have a Toronto agent as well. So I don't know why they were, I'm pretty sure it's like exclusivity rights or something that they want for your voice. And so if you're like for me, I'm a voice actor, right? And apparently a model, because I did a Best Buy photo shoot once. Wow. It was terrifying. So I'm guessing because I do voice acting and stuff, like, or if you do like on like TV, then people hear your voice, they get accustomed to who you are and stuff, and they just fucking will know who you are. And it's just a lot easier to kind of like, they're getting your voice and entertainment in a different way, which is not what the company wants. So it's a little bit weird and complicated, and like it would be really fun just to join up with an agency of VTubers, because then you're surrounded with these people who just want to entertain, which I think like that's kind of the dream, right? Because I'm so used to working with artists, and they're all really socially awkward, and they all mansplain me. And whenever people are like, are you coming to the company party? I'm like, fuck no, I'm so sorry. Like, bro, I can't keep a conversation with anyone. Nobody talks about anything interesting. Like, all you guys are artists, and it's weird, you know? Like, they don't feel like people beyond that. Because I remember I was talking about this voice role I got at the last, like, company party thing. And then one of the people I work with was straight up just like, so did they just, like, give you the role because they know you work in animation? Or, and I was like, no, I auditioned for it. And I just, like, I don't think they realized how shitty that made me feel. Because just because a company might know that I work in animation, and this was like, oh my god, what company? Like Wildbrain or something? And they were like, sure, maybe they know I work in animation, but that doesn't mean they're just gonna give me a fucking role. So I was really offended, and I'm like, no, I work hard. I worked hard at, like, learning how to act. I didn't, I don't just, like, use contacts to get roles, because A, I'm too scared to do that, and B, that's gross, man. Like, I hate it when people use me to try to get, like referrals, or what is it called? Like, they try to use me to get work, basically, to like hype them up. And so I would never try to do that. Like, I'm fine with people with like asking like, hey, I'm free, do you have any work that you'd like me to do for freelance? That's totally acceptable if you email like a company that or something. Like, it's mostly, I'll probably only do that for Wonderstorm because I know them very personally. And I'm vaguely aware of stuff that they work on. That's like behind the scenes and whatever. So I'd be okay like emailing them, but if like people are just like, hey, can you like refer me to your studio so I can get a job? I'm like, no, I have to offer to do that for you because I have to believe in you and know you and trust that you can do it. Because if you suck or you're a bitch, that reflects really badly on me too. And I don't want the company to have like really like annoying or workers that'll just make the environment bad, you know? Because as much as like I shake my fist at my studio, I'm still like, you know, I don't want bad things to happen here. I want the environment to get better. So I'm not gonna just, you know, send everyone there and be like, oh yeah, I trust this person to everyone, because it's stupid. So stupid, man. Sorry, that was a big rant. My bad. God, I haven't talked this much in like forever. I don't even talk this much for voiceover, which is hilarious. Yeah, I wanna finish this character. And I wanna hopefully, like, not that I'm drawing, my little avatar, which is like the embodiment of Hyper. I wanna finish Hyper, and then also people call me Hyper for some reason. They don't see the PH situation happening. It makes me so sad. It's like when people spell my name wrong and they put an H at the end, and I'm like, that is not my name. Thank you though. But yeah, I want to finish this character and then get it maybe rigged. But I kind of like the PNG thing's pretty cute. Like she blinks, she opens mouth, she jumps a little. It's pretty cute. I kind of like it. Plus, it's really expensive to get it rigged. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, Hades 2? I busted a nut. I was so excited. I was pooping. I was just like, you know, scrolling through Twitter as you do when you're taking a little poop. And then I saw this trailer and I was like, what? And so I clicked on it, and like the Game Awards were happening or something. I didn't fucking know. I don't pay attention to anything. I was just like, okay, what is this? And then I watched, and I heard the beginning of the Hades score, and I was like, oh, no! and then I was so excited. I watched it, and I was just like, oh my god. And yes, bitch! Oh my fucking god! When is Fan Expo? Wait, I'll ask you about it later. But wait, I'll Google it right now. When is Fan Expo? Fan Expo. Wait, when did it happen? It happened in September. Is it next year? February. Okay, yeah. I am so down, homie. Like, just shoot me a message or whatever. I should be free because I don't really do much on weekends. And yeah, I will come down and find you and be like, hey, bitch, food. And if you need anything, you probably are having somebody come with you to Fan Expo. But if you need anything, I will break in. And I'm sorry if you heard my burp. I apologize. Excuse me. I will break in and bring you food or drink or whatever you need. Because I remember when I tabled alone, my bladder almost exploded. Okay, good. I'm very glad. Tabling alone is bullshit. I should have never done it. But you know what? I didn't have friends at that point, so. But yeah, oh my god, I'm so excited. We only briefly met during Anime Revolution when I left a note at your table being like, hey, bitch, I think you're really cool. Bye. And then I ran away. I was like, ah! And you were like, your commissions are really low price. And I was like, ah! Oh, really? Oh my god. Oh my god. That warms my heart. Oh my goodness. That was a magical year. I met so many people from the Twitter sphere. Oh my god. Bro, right? But now I like really just like, I charge a lot of money for my commissions because I'm just like, low-key, I don't want to do commissions, but also I do. So I just want to, like, I want the people who are serious about getting my fucking art, you know? I'm like, 250 USD or go cry about it. Horrible. But, you know, it is what it is. God, what were we talking about? Hades, right. Yeah, okay, I was watching it. I was pooping. When I saw the trailer, I pooped a little faster so that I could go show my sister because it gave big like lesbian energy, and I was like, oh my god, my lesbian sister would love this. So she did. She was very excited to see Nemesis. And I was just like, oh my god, Nemesis, beautiful. I love Nemesis because there's a trend in Western games where strong women are not allowed to be feminine, and they're more often than not feminine, and I don't like that. Personally, not really my thing. My favorite, like, okay, and I want to preface, I understand there are there are people who are not very feminine, aka butch or whatever, right? I totally understand that. But I personally would like to see more strong women who are feminine. And Nemesis hits that so perfectly. And I'm just like, I was like, wow. Oh my god. Like, I think she is fucking gorgeous and like just so beautiful, but so like she could just like break all of the bones in my bodies by spitting on me. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, right? Nemesis? Like, whoa, my god, she's so beautiful. She's so cool. And like, I just, Gen Z, like her brain, so fucking big. She does all the characters such justice and in such unique and interesting, fun ways. And it's like just hot people the game. And I appreciate that so much, dude. I would have loved Malinois to have long hair too, honestly. Like, I get it. But I would have liked long hair. And I think it would have looked really nice if, like, you're running around and her model just had long hair and it's just kind of, like, swooshing after you. Because, like, there's also the stereotype of tough women have short hair. And I'm like, look at Nemesis. She has fucking giant long hair and it goes everywhere. And she could kill all of us with one fell swoop. Goddess of revenge, destroy me. Thank you. But, like, also, can I romance you? But also, if you're my teacher, I don't know if I want to romance you, but maybe you're just my peer. I don't know, but yeah, I thought her silhouette was kind of like, I like her design. Though I feel as though I'm also just biased to male characters because I've been wronged with female characters so often. Because, like, just there's a lot of stereotypes. Like, if you look at Vi, I think she makes sense, 100%. I think Vi makes sense with, like, short hair. She's a brawler. She's very, like, tomboy. I totally get it. But I feel like that's been every single fucking character. Like, Gwen from... Or is it Gwen? Yeah, from Spider-Verse. They cut her hair. Or, like, her hair became, like, this... ironically voiced by the same person who voiced Vi. Like, they got the same haircut. And I was like, can we stop with shaving one side of a strong female character's head? Can we stop shaving one side of their head? And can we stop making lesbians have one butch character with a shaved head and the other one's feminine? Can we stop doing that? Like, we've done it so much. It's so boring and unrealistic. Whoa! I have problems and issues, and I'm a salty guy. Yeah, exactly, and I am just like, can we fucking stop doing that? Exactly, right? It makes me so... I'm exhausted, and so I refuse to create for myself. I refuse to have characters with one side of their head shaved because I'm just like, absolutely not. Like, look, not to toot my own horn, but fuck you. Like, freaking Esther and Kairos, long hair, beautiful women. Kairos is supposed to be a very strong woman. What? She's multiple women in one body. She's very strong woman, but she has nice long hair. She's like, not like necessarily hyper feminine, but she's like, you know, I got my long hair, and then Esther is a little more like mom like and stuff. And I just like, you know, there's more than just like butch and feminine characters and people in the world. Like, oh my goodness gracious, I just want to go fight all the men who've written horrible characters that are female. Yeah, exactly. And like, when characters always have short hair, I'm just like, homie. Like, when they do that to like female characters, like, I totally get it. Like, people, like, a lot of women have short hair and stuff, yeah. But there's so much more you can do with the long hair. I totally agree. You can braid some of it. You can fucking put it in a ponytail. You can do this, and this. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. That's why I love anime too. I'm like, look at this fucking cute ass person right here. Yeah, they're gonna destroy me. Freaking Power from Chainsaw Man. I'm like, I love this girl. Like, you can see the way she dresses, kind of like tomboyish, at least for her like suit. But then again, everyone kind of wears suits, so it's whatever. But she could, like, you know, kick your ass. And I think that's really fun. And she's very, like, cute. And, like, oh, foolish mortal, I'll never listen to you. That kind of vibe. And I'm just like, oh, God, I'm having a good time. Same with Maki, you know? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Ah! And I don't know. So I kind of do agree that I wish Malinoi had longer hair. But I'm so sure that Gen Z probably tried it and tried to figure it out. It would have been nice too, because Hades has long hair and Persephone has short hair. So it would have been nice if maybe, because Zagreus has his mom's like hair texture and like the spikiness. So it would have been kind of cool if Malinoi had the longer hair. And I know that it's parted in the middle and like kind of tucked to the sides like Hades' hair is. But it would have been cool if she just like, maybe she had like a big braid or something. Because you know how his hair kind of like makes the Hades symbol? Or his beard makes the Hades symbol. That would have been kind of cool if she just had like a really long braid that like trailed on the ground or something. And like it kind of would have it kind of also is a nod to wheat, which is like Demeter's thing, right? Because she's the god of the harvest and shit. So right, she's the god of the harvest, right? Yeah, I think wheat is one of her symbols. And so is the sickle. So it would have been really cool because Malinoi has a sickle, but it's like also shaped in the moon, the crescent moon, which like kind of draws back to the moons of Hecate. So if she had like really long wheat colored hair that was braided, it would look like a wheat thingy, you know, like a little ploop of wheat, which would have been like a really kind of neat nod to both Hades and to Demeter, who kind of hate each other. And then she has the sickle, and it would have been neat. But I'm 100% sure Gen Z probably pitched it, tried it, see what would work. That would be really cool, because she does have the sacrificial, like, Wiccan dagger. So I'm wondering if she'll only have magic changes and not weapon changes, instead of, like, weapon changes that Zag had. But we'll see. I'm sure, like, you learn more magic over time. Which is neat. I do like magic characters a lot. So I'm stoked for that. Also, Moros looks incredible. I don't know what he's the god of. Yeah, the multiple weapons in Hades fun. Hades fun. I skipped words there. The multiple weapons in Hades 1 were very fun. I did get kind of stressed out, but I get kind of overwhelmed really easily with options, which is why I stopped playing Genshin Impact, because it overwhelmed me a lot. And so I kind of did struggle a little bit with being overwhelmed by the weapon choices and struggling with FOMO and whatever. So the game would get stale if... Okay, bye. Bye, Koi. Thanks for stopping by, homie. Enjoy your lesbian Gundam, bro. Oh, Doom Incarnate. Oh, that's so fun. I love that for him. I guess that makes sense, because Kronos being free does spell, like, you know, the end of everything, basically. He's gonna eat his children again. It's gonna be awkward. You hate to see it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Hades 2. I do hope that Malinoi is not just like a, what's a good comparison? A Brie Larson in Captain Marvel. I hope that... Oh, welcome back, Justine. We're talking about Hades 2. Bro, I feel you. My puppy is gone for a week because she's staying with my sister while my sister house sits for our dad. And I'm not missing having to take my puppy out to pee and, like, having to clean up pee and poopy on the ground. It is a nightmare. But yeah, I'm really sure that Supergiant is gonna do Malinoi justice. But I've just really been burned by female protagonists a lot. Just because it's like, I have to just be, like the whole I'm a tough girl vibe. I dislike it strongly. Like, I know I said that's one of the reasons I don't really like Rayla that much, but she was young, so it makes a lot more sense. But I hope that, like, you know, like with Captain Marvel, I disliked her character strongly. I don't think the writing was very good. I don't think the directing was very good. Like, I know a lot of people blamed it on Brie Larson, and like I did too before I was like, wait, I don't like. Ultimately, it's the director who needs to guide her, you know? And Brie Larson is a good actor. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they kind of made it too much of a women are strong, women are powerful statement again. And I'm like, can we just have a fucking female protagonist without having to be like, women in power, women are being discriminated against, but they'll show up the men. Yeah, that's so fucking old school. Like, good God, I'm so sick of that. The whole idea of like I understand in modern day, women are still fucking like treated differently, right? Like I'm a feminine being, a feminine cosmic being, and whenever like I bitched at work, people were like, "Oh, you should be careful about what you say, like they could hear." But then when men bitched at work, everyone's like, "Yeah, you said it, you're right." So yeah, like I totally understand. We still get treated differently, but we don't need to keep including it. Just like we don't need to keep including racism either, because we should just be more, I feel as though we should just be more inclusive in media. Again, I totally understand that racism is a problem, and it is super rampant, especially after COVID and stuff. But it's just like, when that's the commentary of every single thing, especially in like fantasy and stuff, like whether it's humans versus elves or like this group of people versus this group of people, I'm just like, can we have some inclusive content at least if we're going to have this? Because I don't know. It's just, I just don't want the world to continuously revolve around that. It's a little bit sad. Yeah. But again, I don't know if that's like, if that's a stupid point of view or anything. I just, like, from solely a like viewer standpoint, seeing the same storyline play over and over and over again is exhausting. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, I understand. Okay, can we have something else happen though? Oh my gosh, talking is exhausting. I'm just gonna get like a freaking cough drop. I'll be right back. Modern Warfare. I've never played Modern Warfare before. Let me Google it. There's been too many war-esque games and I lose track of them. Modern. I put Warframe. Oh, Call of Duty. I feel you, man. I want to replay Halo. Maybe not the first one. I don't even remember which one I used to play. I think it was Halo 3. ODST or something like that. But I fucking love Halo. It was so fun, man. I think I might, if it's on sale, I'll probably buy it on Steam. I actually haven't played Elden Ring. That's because I'm too stressed to play Elden Ring. Just the idea of playing Elden Ring makes me go, oh god, I'm scared. Cause like I have really bad FOMO, and I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, I get swayed by shit that I see on the timeline too. It's pretty gnarly. Mostly on like my YouTube, I guess. That's how I learned about Hades. Yeah, totally agree with you, Io. There's so many fucking games, not enough time to play, especially like if you go to school or like work and that's like most of what you do, it's just I don't feel bad for playing games. I'm just like, well, I could be like cleaning up right now, or I could be drawing right now. I could be doing XYZ right now instead. I just usually during winter break, because like I get December 25th to January 1st off. Usually then I start playing a game because I get like addicted really easily, and I will stop doing I will stop working. This year, oh god, what games did I even play? I think I only played probably Animal Crossing. I don't think that counts. Animal Crossing and probably V Rising are the only things I can think of that I played. And probably Bloodborne, because I play that like constantly because I love that game. But I played V Rising religiously to the point where like I would, since I work from home and my gaming computer's my work computer, I would stop work and just play V Rising when I got bored of work. It was such a bad problem. But then our server died because you have to like rent servers on V Rising. And ooh, voice crack. And our rental period was up, and I was about to beat the last 3 bosses of the game. And so then it was forcefully ripped away from me, and I was like, okay, well. Oh my god, Final Fantasy 14 sounds... I tried to play a bit of it, thankfully. It seems like MMORPGs don't really appeal to me now, which is a blessing, because I used to be addicted to Warcraft. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Dude, you played 4 times. I didn't even finish my first run. I got so bored. I never played Assassin's Creed. I should play the new Borderlands, or the quote-unquote new Borderlands, like Borderlands 3 or whatever. Those games are so fun, man. Yeah, I was really addicted to Warcraft when I was a wee tot. It just doesn't appeal to me the same way anymore. I think it's because I know the internet is like really fucking scary at times. And when I was younger, I was like 13 when I used to play. I don't even know how I got into my guild, but I got into my guild. It was really awesome and fun. I had a lot of like friends, and when they found out I was like a child, they were like, oh my fucking god, like be careful, okay, honey? And I was like, okay. And then I met a friend, his name was Corvo. I think that's the only time I actually had a crush on somebody in my entire life. Was this dude ran up to me in, oh god, Silver something, the like one of the main early game Moonshadow hubs. It's not Moonshadow. What are they called? Oh god, I'm getting confused with Dragon Prince. What are they called? Night Elves. Oh my god. The first Night Elf like main hub, this dude just ran up to me and was like, can I have a gold? And then I think I just sold a bunch of stuff on the bidding market thing. And so I made a gold, and then I was like, yeah, whatever. It's just a game. I don't really care. So I gave it to him. He's like, oh my god, thanks. And then next time I logged in, he was like, hey dude. And I was like, oh hi. And then we just became friends from there because he was happy that I gave him a gold. But I could just go up to anyone and be like, hey, what's up? And then start a conversation, add them to my friends list and stuff. It was really fun. But now I'm like way too scared. I remember I was playing in Horde territory once, and this dude found out I was like pretty young, and he's like, oh, I like your tits. And I was like, alright, bye, I'm leaving. Yeah, Borderlands is kind of weird. The first game's weird. There's no like, there's a story, but there's no like real dialogue with the characters or anything. Borderlands 2 has a lot more dialogue, but Borderlands 1, I kind of just prefer it a lot more. I just like the characters a lot. It was really good. Just a fun, like, here's your skill tree, go shoot shit, there's lots of fun guns everywhere, go crazy kind of game. I think it's more fun with friends for sure. But yeah, I don't really play that many games anymore. It probably counts. And like, yeah, like Justine said, I think Animal Crossing counts too. But I feel like for me, when I think like game, I think of like a game you can beat. Animal Crossing just like it got really repetitive for me after a while. I don't like when you have to like buy expansions constantly, so oh, I did play golf with friends. I have screamed so much in that game. And then I also played like the paranormal investigator game. That shit was so fucking funny. I screamed so loud. I got so scared, man. I'm such a bitch when it comes to horror games. But that stuff, it was so fucking funny, man. I love that shit. But honestly, I would rather just watch someone play a game for the most part. But there are games like that I'm really dedicated to, like Hades and stuff, that I'm just like, no, I have to play that. I can't watch anyone else play that. But if it's like God of War, I'm like, I don't really want to play that. Because I play games like Devil May Cry. I love the Devil May Cry series. I love Borderlands. I like Halo, though I haven't played in a really long time. I liked, I do like the Sonic series, but I haven't played one of the games in forever. I don't play Pokemon anymore. Or Pokemon, sorry. I don't play Pokemon anymore. My brother does, and he keeps trying to make me play. But I'm like, eh. I don't know. It's just the same thing over and over again. Yeah, Phasmophobia. It's so funny. After a while, you're just like, fuck you, ghosts. Get the fuck out here. Where are you, you bitch? It's so funny. Until one of you dies and you're all alone and you're just like, oh god, oh no, I take it back. I'm so sorry. That was my favorite thing, man. I like games with lore. I like Bloodborne so much because you can experience the lore at your own pace. I know a lot of people complain that the story is not so cut and dry, but if you read item descriptions, it makes a lot of sense. So I like that you're given the chance, or the choice rather, to either experience the story and like eagerly read all of the item shit in your own time, or you can just play the game and have fun and you don't need to understand the story because you're just having fun with this really well-made game with really cool enemies, you know? Yeah, like, now that I'm a freaking geezer, I'm not really a geezer, I'm 25, but now that I'm a geezer, I'm really picky about what I spend my time on. So, like, I will not probably play a Pokemon game again, because I think I'm more of a person who likes, like, movies and anime and stuff rather than, like, playing every game I get my hands on or that comes out. Like Cyberpunk, I did not care about Cyberpunk. People did not understand why I didn't care about Cyberpunk, and I was like, I'm just not interested. The only thing that's cool about it is Keanu Reeves, okay? Okay, it just looked like GTA, but Cyberpunk, and I don't really care for GTA either, so, you know. And yeah, all the Pokemon games, like, freaking condensed down, they're basically the same thing over and over again. And it is like a kid's game in the end. And I know that it's like the whole like, oh yeah, see ya, Noya, thanks for dropping by, man. Yeah, like, I've seen some gameplay from Cyberpunk, and the graphics look really good, but I don't care about the graphics. Like, you have gun. It's just Cyberpunk GTA, and I was like, I didn't know it was a thing. Good people have been saying like, oh, we've been waiting for this game for 10 years, blah, blah. And I know the feel because I waited for Final Fantasy 15 for like 28 billion years, and I was so excited when it finally came out. But I was like, why are we so excited about this Cyberpunk game? Like, I don't know. I didn't see what the hype was about, I guess. Maybe I just wasn't privy to it. Cyberpunk is not necessarily my favorite genre, since I'm not really into, like, stuff that is super heavy, like, tech kind of stuff. Like, I like my mecha shows and whatever, but I'm still really choosy about those. And, like, sci-fi, I guess. Like, Cyberpunk kind of, like, it's been done the same way a million times. The way that people having robots as a companion or riding, or like the Western version of mecha shows has been done the same way 5 billion times, and I'm bored of it, you know? Like, I know that Wonderstorm has a new show, Bonders, that's coming out, and people have asked me if I was involved with that, but I'm like, no, I'm not involved with that. That's like completely internal. But I'm like, I don't know, man. It just looks like it's very Voltron to me. It's visually very beautiful, but I'm just like, I hope they do something really interesting with it, and that the appeal isn't our protagonist is in a wheelchair. Cause I just want it to have more substance than that, you know? Cause that's not, cause, you know, Avatar was the same way. Like, Avatar, Blue People Avatar. Like, their main character was in a wheelchair, but it wasn't, like, what people tuned in for, you know? And, like, I don't really like Avatar that much. Like, neither of them. Blue People or Last Airbender. They're not for me. I think Avatar, Blue People was a great movie. I liked watching it as a casual watcher. But I'm not that excited about the sequel coming out. I'll probably watch it when it comes on Netflix or something, but I'm not gonna go watch it in theaters. And I'm not excited about any of that Last Airbender content coming out either. Because I honestly think a lot of the hype comes from nostalgia. And I kind of think that we should just let Airbender rest. Because it was a good show. It wasn't really for me, but it was a good show that people liked a lot. But I'm also like, is it just like the nostalgia for you? Or is it like actually that good? Because I didn't like Korra at all. And I watched that like when I was an adult. I didn't like that. I found her to be really annoying. And I didn't like the storyline. And maybe it's just because I didn't, like, understand the Avatar lore or any, like, you know, little, I guess, Easter eggs or anything. But I was like, I don't like this. This isn't very fun to me. But, you know, I forgot what my main point was. Oh, yeah, robot anime. Yeah, I don't really watch Gundam stuff that much because I'm just like, eh. But I also don't know if it's all the same or not. Cause I watched Aldnoah Zero, and I really loved that series. I think it was really interesting, and it wasn't all about the mechs. And I just thought it was kind of interesting, like, oh, these people are from Mars, and they're all salty about Earth. How fun! And I was like, oh, that is pretty fun, actually. But, like, I also don't know what, like, Gundam Seed Destiny or anything was about. So, I don't know. But I do like, I don't know. I kind of feel like Avatar Last Airbender is a little bit overhyped. And I wish I didn't see it as much in Dragon Prince. Just a little bit. Because I'm like, alright, let this be its own thing. You already got Sokka's voice actor to be Sokka 2.0. So, but like, I don't know, does Callum ever have a plan? Has he ever had a plan ever? I don't know. Coin, no, not your lesbians! Not like this! Yeah, people loved, like, Atla, but I just could not get into it. I didn't like the characters that much. I was like, okay. You know, it's an old show, so I've seen better media by now and more interesting media that has taken inspiration from Atla and improved it, you know? Because lesbians can't make anything easy for each other. That's just how it is, homie. You gotta draw it out to see if you really loved a person. Gurren Lagann, that was really good. That was like a really interesting thing too. Really fucking weird, but that's what Trigger does, so. Hey man, I love the idea of Callum. I don't really like Callum that much. But that's also because I like the adult characters a little more. I'm trying to think if I have a favorite character anymore. Oh yeah. I like the Thari and Runan because they're adult characters, and yet they fucked up and whatever. But I'm an adult and I fuck up all the time. That's fine with me. Yeah, I like the adults the most. I didn't really vibe with the Sunfire storyline personally, but everything that was kind of there with Runan and Athari, I really liked. Erebus too. Everyone's just so angry about Callum. I love that for us guys. But it's like I like the idea of him. I'm just not really sure what his character is anymore. Like, I don't know what his character motivation is. Yeah, Claudia. Claudia is incredibly interesting. I just wish she got a little mature. I wish her personality had aged up a little bit, I suppose. Varen's a good waifu. Yeah, he was a great character. Yeah, Callum didn't get enough. I would have loved to see Callum go unhinged. You know, like I want to see like a boom kind of moment, if that makes sense. I don't know if that ever really happened, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I get too scared to watch Dragon Prince sometimes, so I have not watched the whole thing through. I only watched episode like 3 of season 2, I think. Yeah, Kareem. Kareem is interesting because how do I even explain this? Originally, he had a different name in the script. That's fine. Placeholders are very common. So, but names also relate very heavily to how me and Dorothy, who is the other character designer, to how we see a character and how we design them. So, if you see someone named fucking, let's say, Icarus versus Jim, your design ideas are going to flicker very, it's going to be very different how you design that character based on their name, you know? So, we read the character's name, we're like, sick. We both had, like, the same thoughts about the character. And so we executed the character in the way that we thought he was going to be. And I think that was kind of my bad though, personally, because I thought he was. I made up like a whole storyline for him that I thought was like kind of canon, but it was not. So whatever. And so CT from Wonderstorm ended up designing Kareem because he knew the truth behind the character. We designed Kareem to be very like feisty and like I want to prove myself, but that's not how his character is at all. So I was like a little shocked, like not really shocked, but I was like, I don't really understand this design for this character, but you know, like whatever, it's cool, it looks fine. And then the story went on. I always had my own idea of who Kareem was, and then the show came out and I watched bits and I was like, this is not who I thought it was. Like that is not the character that I thought. And then I realized, I talked to my friend, who the other character designer, I was like, dude, I think I made up an entirely different character in place of him. And I didn't even realize it. And she was like, me too. And so I was so taken aback by his character because I was like, I was expecting like a very like fiery younger brother, you know? But instead we got this like scheming schemer who like kind of got defeated right away. And I'm like, wow, man, that is not what I expected. So I don't know, Kareem, not what I expected. And so that's why I was personally kind of like, oh, what the fuck is this? And I just had this whole fucking storyline planned out in my head and it didn't happen. And I was like, oh my God, I ruined this for myself. What I made up in my delusion was, for some reason, I was like, all right, Kareem is the half-brother of Janai and Kessa. And he has been kind of looked down upon by some people in society. Kind of like the step prince situation with Callum. Kind of like that. And it could have been kind of a neat character foil if Kareem became this, like, huge destructive asshole. And I know he's a schemy schemer, but that's not destructive asshole mode. That's being a douche, but, like, legally a douche. And I thought he was going to be, like, trying really hard to prove that he was the rightful heir to the throne and that he could lead the Sunfire people. And he was going to be, like, a bit of a schemy schemer, but he was also going to, like, be like, you know, super fiery and like, oh, and stuff. So I was like, oh my God, what if he had like gauntlets that shot fire out? What if he like was like a punchy mage? Oh, that'd be so fun. He's trying to prove himself. And so, but then that didn't happen. And I was like, what? What? AUs, you are completely right, man. Yeah, the schemy types, I feel like they should have enough foresight to, like, not get defeated right away. Like, Viren, he schemed so fucking hard for 3 seasons, man. And then, sure, he got defeated, but he still kind of won, you know? No, honestly, yeah, just, I'm so sad that he got defeated so fast, because I was like, well, there he goes. Bye. This is what the whole season was building up to. But my dude, I don't know if I'm actually allowed to show you the designs that I did, but I'll just like show you vaguely what I was thinking. Okay, 1 second. Get the fuck out of here. So basically I was like, wow. I had lots. I had 3 main designs that I went with. And one was like, I'm a schemy schemer, but I'm really charismatic, and I'm kind of a twink, but that's okay, because my girlfriend's really strong, and she'll punch people while I burn them up, you know? And he had, like a catalyst that kind of, like floated like this. Like, very Genshin, because I was really into Genshin at the time, so I was like, what if he had a catalyst with runes in it? And so that was schemy schemer number 1. The second guy was kind of stoic, I'm emotionally constipated, and that was the punchy guy. The last guy was, I'm really hot and charismatic, but chronically angry and serious, and I think my sister is doing a shit job. And he had a staff and really cool hair. So the punchy guy, stoic punchy guy, he was like, well, I'm pretty sure he had like really cool dreads. I don't really remember. He had something happening here, obviously. But he had like this really big ponytail of just like a bunch of different length dreads. And, oh God. Okay, how fast can I draw a body? I'm bad at anatomy, which is hilarious because this is my job, but I struggle a lot. And I don't know what his outfit looks like. He was like doing his thing. He kind of like had really big thighs too. Like he was like gym rat, you know? And then he had like really big shoulders and then like muscle and then, oh shit. And then another muscle like that. Like really like thick ass wrists. And then he did that. And then I think he had like more neck or something like that. He was like, boom, boom. And then he had these like big punchy gauntlets. And then there was like runes on it or something. And then I don't know what else he was wearing. Am I in a mood? I do my best. I just try to be me, you know? I try to be genuine. And honestly, my conversations with Stream and myself go by so fast that I have no idea what part of me is the mood. Yeah, this was how I envisioned Kareem originally. Like really, this was like the really thick dude version. Again, I don't know what outfit he was wearing. I don't remember. But he had like really, really big dreads, and I remember I loved it. Oh, and I think his hairpin. He had a hairpin that was also like a magic focus. So like when his gauntlets would glow, then his hairpin also glowed. It also glowed. And so I was like, how fun is that? And then there was the smarmy guy who was like this, and he was like doing a smirk. Oh no. Oh God, this is going really bad. I do remember he had like very fluffy hair. I'm glad you appreciate my honesty. I try to be as honest as I can without like shitting on people directly or anything. I wish I could just relentlessly shit on things I didn't like, but no, it's not cool. So I do my best. Yeah, I love long hair. I think it's really fun. Short hair definitely suits other characters. Like Miana, I pitched a version of her with Miana, oh my God. I pitched a version of her that I really liked. And I was really hoping they would go with it because she looked so high fashion and I had so much fun. I'm trying to draw her as fast as I can without making it look stereotypical and terrible. She was like, wow, beautiful woman. But then her hair was like really short and it had like those little, I don't know what they're called, but like the little like curls. Had little curls. And I thought she looked so beautiful. I was really like, oh my God, like this is so, I hope they go with this. They went with Dorothy's design, which was like the correct design to go with, I think. But I absolutely like love this hairstyle. And I was like, oh my God, can you imagine? She would like, oh. Yeah, like it has the little like the slick down little curls. I was like, I'm so entranced by that. I think it's so beautiful. And I was like, can we do that, please? And they were like, no. I was like, okay. Yeah, I forgot my password. I made a private Twitter and then promptly forgot the password to it. So I have to recover that. And then this was like what my schemy schemer twink was like. It's like blang, blang, blang. He had a little hand. He had this thing with like the cataclysm, and then he just like had his little arm behind his back, and he was like hip thrust forward. You know, dick. You lead with the PP. Yeah. Wow, I just watched my avatar say that, and that was that was fucking awesome. Oh my god, it's so funny. And like all the mouth flaps almost match, which was really great. He's like this, and he had like big stupid skirt thing happening or something, and then shoulder pads. Then he had like his floofy hair covering his eyes, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm a schemer." How do you feel Dragon Prince does that elves versus humans things you're talking about earlier? I have mixed feelings. I mean, it is it's a little bit hard for me to put it into words. I don't really have an opinion on it, I guess. Like, I'm not obsessed with it. I'm not mad at it. It's just kind of like a thing that's there. And I think it makes sense. I think given the immediate lore, it makes sense because if they murked Thunder, fucking it wasn't that long ago, right? They didn't murk him too long ago. Ezrin must have been born, so like 10 years ago, they murked the fucking king of the dragons. Because the king of the... But then the king of the dragons killed the fucking queen. Like, there's so many queens. Like, they killed the lesbians. What a freaking homophobic dragon. Like, the lore leading up makes sense. I don't remember why the elves yeeted the humans from Zadia. I think that's weird. Yeah, okay, the reason why, sorry, diverting from the question at hand. The reason why we can't have big skirts or dresses is because the assets team doesn't want us to do that. Because when this little leggy moves forward, this skirt shit has to go with it, and then they have to model it, and then it'll crash and like bullshit happens, right? So if you notice, on a lot of the characters, they have shit just glued to them. Like their armor, like usually armor here and on their chest, it will twist and stretch. It's because it's just like attached down there and like rigged to be like glued to them. And so having shit that's not glued to them it's a big fucking issue for them, and they hate it. And I often include designs that have big skirts, and usually when we do, there's like a cut. Wait, I'll show you. There's like a big cut in the front and in the side or in the back, so that they can like they don't have to stretch the fabric, and they can just try and cheat and like scoot the legs out between the cracks, you know? Is that when he died? No, wait, but Ezrin was a baby, wasn't he? Oh, wait, I don't remember anymore. I'm trying to remember. Was Viren looking... Were they looking young in that flashback? Did it take Harrow 10 years to decide to go kill a dragon? He just should not have done that. And did Viren hang on to Sarai's last breath for like 10 years? What a fucking weirdo! Yeah, Callum, though. Hold on, let me find the 3D model for Callum. Callum, the Callum, the Dragon Prince. It better give me a full body, or I'm going to riot. That kind of works. I do have the full, like, drawing of him and the full 3D model. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it, though. That's the thing. I don't know why they haven't shown the 3D model turns yet, because I would like to have them online too, so I can just Google them. But okay, you can see here, Callum has this cut, and it's really fucking wide. Like, it doesn't make sense here. I tried to pitch a version where, like, it went here and then cut out like that. But they were like, no, we want it cut like this. It's so he can stick his legs out. And then it cuts back like this and goes around. And then in the back, there's also a cut. It's so that, like, basically, this half is kind of glued to his leg here. And he can stick his legs out a lot easier. And if he's running, there's less opportunity for crash in the front. Like, you know how Claudia's, like, season 1 dress is like, it caused problems. And that's why she has the double, like, this thingy going on. Yeah, it's a little weird. But it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't fucking remember anything, man. I'm having a bad time. I'm glad you find this interesting because I find it fucking infuriating. Cause we'll be like, look at this really cool design. Like, if you remember Lou Jane, let me see if I can find her concept art online. Lou Jane, Dragon Prince, concept art. Hopefully Dorothy posted it. Doesn't look like she did. But it was in the book. Huh, it might be on the wiki. Or the fandom wiki thing. Yeah, apparently they wanted Dragon Prince to be 2D. But then they really wanted the colored toon lines. And I don't know if a 2D budget is too expensive for what they got, which is hilarious because 3D, what a nightmare. Okay, this is like the old Lou Jane designs that Doro did. Like, you can see here, problem. And this one had so many layers. Like, you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3D hates layers because they crash. And there's stuff that fucks up. And we had to take off all ribbons like this. They don't like dangling things. This got taken off. They don't like dangling things there. These got taken off. Feathers got taken off. And then, like, this. I think it was this design that got chosen. And then I think Dorothy just, like, cut it like that and then added legs, right? To make it more viable and make walking easier. Yeah. It's, you know, we do what we can. I have thoughts and I have thoughts and opinions about things and how things went down. I don't want to get into talks about season 4 because I don't know if that's appropriate, but yeah, the 3D modelers and the riggers and everyone, they don't like to do anything, basically. And I have to constantly argue and fight for it, and there's a lot of times they'll just be like, oh, one time, I'm laughing because that made me really angry. One time, they told me, oh, remove, so I had options A, B, C, D. They're like, remove options C and D. And the reason they gave was, it's not viable for surfacing. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because surfacing is like texturing, you know? It's just how the shell looks and like you put the colors on and stuff. And I was like, Gomena, sorry, what the fuck are they on about? And so I sent it to both of them. The one dude who's actually my art director in the show, and then I sent the note to someone else who is one of the senior designers, and I was like, what is the problem with surfacing? And mind you, my art director was gone that week, so I just did not delete options C and D because I was like, this seems weird, because usually it will be like, because the note legit just said this will cause a surfacing issue with no explanation. And I was just like, I'm suspicious because they made me delete another design, a way earlier design, because Edison, my art director, he was gone. He was like on vacation, so he couldn't like argue for the design to go through. And they were like, oh, you have to delete this design because the hair is like, it'll cause problems. And then when I asked, like, why is it going to cause problems to my coordinator, she was like, well, they have to reset it for every shot. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So basically, like Production will try to pull fast ones on the design team and go for the simplest and easiest options to send to the client and not send anything that might be remotely difficult to do, even though it looks cool, you know? So it's really sad. And it's incredibly frustrating. And I try really fucking hard to make cool things go through, to make like shit viable. There's just there's so much pushback, and it's exhausting, honestly. Like, they would be happy if everyone just had a spandex suit. And so yeah, they said, well, this is called surfacing issues. And so I waited a week till my art director got back, sent the note to like all of them. My art director talked directly to the surfacing lead, and he was like, I wasn't even in that meeting. Why are they saying that? It doesn't cause any problems for surfacing. And I was like, these fuckers are just saying whatever the fuck they want to not do the more complicated designs. And it's funny because I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know the client's going to go with option A, but I just want to show them option C and D because I worked on them for so long, and I honestly don't see any problems with them. So yeah, it's a lot. It's frustrating. People care more about money and their own agenda than having the coolest possible design or doing anything difficult. Because you think that like designing Rex was easy for me? Because I did my own passes. They were like, well, we actually have this one from like Callum's sketchbook. And I was like, okay. So I did like an iteration pass on it, and I put crystals on him. I did different like blah, blah, blah. I did everything. And then I did the turnaround, and they made me redo the turnaround, and it's very hard to do a model sheet for a dragon. So it was really challenging, but I was like, okay, this is really fucking annoying, but that's okay. Like, they're gonna make it look good. And yeah, Rex looks fabulous in the show. And so I'm like, nice, worth it. Super hard, and it took a long time, but really worth it. And so I'm just kind of butthurt that the rest of the departments don't want to, you know, be like, this is going to be hard, but worth it. That's what it really feels like, you know? Yeah, exactly. And meanwhile, I'm just like chatting up a storm with my art director because I don't really know how 3D works in terms of limitations and shit. So I'm just like, hey, Edison, so I had a thought, like, is it possible to like omit tune lines from certain parts? Because I feel like with the way this is structured, if there's tune lines on it, then I think that it's gonna look really ugly, and it's gonna take away from like the coloration that's like really unique and fun for this thing. And he's like, oh yeah, we can totally do that. Like, thanks for asking and thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, man, no problem. And it's a pain in the ass to still like, because I still have to line it out in the model sheet and then code it differently. And then like make a note being like, do not tune line this. Like, that's not what we're doing here. And to like ask around and see if it's viable. Like, it's hard and it's a lot of work and it's pretty exhausting to have like conversations about what I can and can't do constantly. But I do it because I want to make this shit look better. Mm-hmm. No, honestly, CT did the designs for Rayla. Yeah, he did her like standard design, or like the concept for it, and a bun is just kind of what happened. You can kind of notice that Rayla has a very similar aesthetic to the Sheikah in Breath of the Wild. So, in my opinion, I think that's why they kind of went with it. It's just because, like, the Sheikah style is very, like, bun-oriented. And I don't think they realize it looks like the Sheikah, but I definitely noticed because Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games. So, it just kind of, like, looks good, honestly. And we kind of pulled out all the stops for the main characters, or at least we tried to, so... Even though they had an issue with her sleeves at one point, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. Yeah, it's very exhausting. There's only so much you can do with 3D stuff. Ugh. Sorry if you hear me eating cookies. Also, I'm gonna stop my avatar from bouncing. Sorry. You're gonna see my my secrets. I'm not gonna bounce now, right? Yeah, okay, good. I know, how dare I, like, have sustenance. Okay, now that I'm not bouncing, I look fucking dead. Wait, can I just do the... Yeah, just floating around? Floating around. Look at me floating around. Look at this. How magical is this? Yeah, no. Rayla's hair up was, like, intentional. I think it makes sense for her. Yes, I know. I'm not AI. I sit here and I'm just like, I'm just kind of mid at drawing, but that's okay. I have fun. I'm here to have a good time and just be like, mid. Oh, it makes sense, Koi, because you're just too powerful at drawing. And whenever you post things, I'm like, seems fake. Looks like AI did this. Was Koi ever real? Who did I meet at any Revo? Well, you never know, right? I mean, she could have her hair down at one point. I don't know. I honestly don't remember. I don't work on Rayla. I work on assets related to Soren and Callum and Claudia. So I don't ever work on Rayla. I don't know how long her hair is though. Must be pretty long by now. Keep your rocks to yourself, you guys. Christ almighty. Wait, is it your birthday? Are you 25 now with me? Oh my god. 25-year-old gang, rise up! Happy birthday, homie. I'm not gonna sing happy birthday because that'd be embarrassing for everybody here. But happy birthday! Oh my god, I'll draw you something. I'll draw you something later off stream and send it to you and be like, hey, bitch. Welcome to the 25-year-olds club. Your life is a quarter over. Yes, we are all little tiny babies here. Yet we are so scorned by the world. Heartbroken. Hello, bro. Oh man, you're coming from Tumblr? Fuck yeah, bruv. Honestly, I'm like, whenever I post to Tumblr that I'm streaming, I'm like, does anyone care? Cause like, I know people, I don't know, like, it's kind of hard because Tumblr, like, it's a little bit harder to see who interacts with my stuff. Or, like, I've been away for a long time, so I don't really know all the updates and the doodiddles. Oh, doodiddles? Are you fucking joking? All the doodads. Someone press charges. All the new doodads and shit that are happening. But, yeah, I do like Tumblr because it is harder to interact a little bit, but that's also why I don't like Tumblr. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I like Tumblr just because I feel like it's a little more... Okay, it's dangerous because people will steal your art from there more often, I find. But it's also nice because it just lets whatever art you have just be the center of attention. And then the little, like, freaking novels people write in the tags. That's so much fun, man. I love that so much. I always write extra shit in my tags when I post something. I haven't posted in a long time, actually. I think it's okay to shit post on Tumblr. I think it's fine. I feel like Tumblr's grown up a tiny bit. I feel like it's safer than Twitter, for sure. Twitter, like... Twitter is a curse. I love Twitter, because I could just scream out into the void and it's whatever. But I also don't like Twitter, because there's a lot of people who are just like their fucking shit talking would show up on your feed, and I'll see something like, I hate Amaya's haircut, and I just like shed a tear, and I'm like, okay, I didn't need to see that. And then there are the people who just like dead ass told me, I hate Amaya's haircut, I don't like that you did that, and I'm like, well, it wasn't my choice. I didn't choose that. I didn't even pitch that for the original concept. I only gave long-haired options, because I thought it'd be more appropriate for her. But then they were like, let's go edgy. And I was like, are you sure? They're like, yep, shave one side of her head. And I was like, no, okay, whatever you want, guys. It's your baby. Oh yeah, OCs are way more welcome on Tumblr too. Like, especially, like, OCs are welcome on Twitter if you are god tier at drawing, or like, yeah, I feel more happy posting my OCs on Tumblr, because people routinely ask for them on Tumblr, and I have so much shit backed up on my Tumblr of just my OCs, and it's just nice and comfy, you know? I feel like it's more welcomed there, which is kind of nice. And like, when I go there to post stuff, I don't have to wade through all this shit about the world ending. I just go to my profile, post stuff, maybe reply to some comments or something, and then leave. And it's really nice. No, Koi, get it back. Don't let them use it to sell furniture. I like her old haircut too. It looked nice. Yeah. Twitter's just, I like the fact that we're so limited, I understand. But I'm also like, oh, come on, man. I have more to say. Don't make me just tweet a big thread. No one's gonna read the thread. Oh god. You just gotta report it and then hope they like burn it down so you can start anew with the same username. I can't believe it got hacked. You must have had hella followers. Yeah, man, I hope you get it back, because I can't fucking remember. I don't remember how I found you, because I used to be like, it's so cringe, and I think I did tell you this at one point, but I was like a huge fan of your artwork, and I bought your prints a bunch when I was in school. And so when we actually like talked, I was like, oh my gosh, wow, you're a person with a personality, not just an art person? Okay, that's cool. I still have like your Xander print and stuff. No! You're not cringe. You relax there, homie. Oh, I remember. I bought your stuff on like Store Envy. Your fucking Pokemon. It was like the evolution Pokemon button pin things. And I was like obsessed with your store. And I bought like Fire Emblem stuff from you too. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this artist is amazing. and then you started doing like the Fire Emblem stuff, and I was like, oh my god! I think I followed you on either Tumblr or Instagram after that. Oh my god, homie, I have so many fucking Dragon Prince prints that I don't even want to deal with. And yeah, the fact that Viren is like such a non-character, he's just like extra baggage. Oh my god, Justine, stop. I'm just a big fucking loser, okay? Like, I'm dumb, you know. I don't like when people see me. I remember whenever people like tag me or they take a screenshot of me following them and then tag me being like, and I'm like, we've been talking for weeks. We're bros, okay? Oh my god. Chill out. Oh, I tried to pitch sleeveless Callum. I tried, you know. But they're like, no, we want Under Armour. And I think CT is the one who introduced Under Armour. Wait, I'm gonna go look back at my super secret Callum drawings from actually no, I'm too scared to do that on stream, never mind. But I did pitch a lot of stuff where he had like arms showing because I thought I thought he got tattooed or something. But I don't think he did. And I don't really know how the wings work with the sleeves. I'm a little confused. Yeah, I have so many Dragon Prince prints. Oh my god. I wonder if I can pull up my Big Cartel. I have not. I keep making payments to Big Cartel, but I do not. I have not sold anything there for forever because oh, I closed it. No, I didn't close it. It's. I'm working on my shop. Ah, fuck me. This is so hard. I don't want to open my store. I have a store. I like that my character's moving her mouth when I'm just typing. It's very fun. That's not my password? Uh-oh. Oh no! That's not my password either! That's not my password either! Holy shit, what's my password? This is not good. Did I get it? Oh, I think I got it. I got it! Okay. What are my products? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at my products. Yeah, these are my products, you guys. I had a bunch of prints. Look at them. Why is this so small? Can it get bigger? Absolutely not. Why did I make this so small? Also, my store was really ugly. Yeah, I had these three. And then I had more here, I think. Yeah, I had the Airvoswell. Get away from me. Lauren, go away. Fuck. And I had the queens, and I had a little linguine. And then yes, I love the maitre. I don't know. I think it's probably bigger on the store. Can I preview? I'm kind of scared. Can I preview it? Yeah. How big is this? I'm pretty sure. I thought I made it a lot bigger. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh well. Wow. I haven't sold prints in forever because they're a pain in the ass to ship. I'm probably just gonna recycle all my prints and just sell postcards at most and charms again. Oh my god, I actually have like I made extras of these after the pre-orders. Oh my gosh. I still have a bunch of these. I might just throw them out. I don't know. Or give them away or something. I threw these out, I'm pretty sure. I kept these because I love these so much. I think I have some of these left over too. And the Demi cheese, yeah. Okay, if you want them, I'll send them to you. Like dead ass, I'll give them to you. Like one of each, so you don't have to have a bunch of extras. Oh, the button thing? Oh yeah, it's hidden. Wait, good my products. Like this one? I threw these out. Yeah. I don't know, like next year I'm hoping to yeah, just like DM me your address or something and I'll send them to you. Probably after the new year because Christmas shipping, fucking nightmare, man. Yeah, I threw out everything except for some of the charms. I just got mad at my art. I just hated it. Those were cute. Yeah, the Promare one. The Promare one was tragic because I made those before the movie came out because I was so excited about the movie. So no one really knew what it was. But I'd sold a bunch online after the fact. But I was still like, meh. But honestly, right now, I just don't really want to deal with, like, menus and stuff. Because, like, the ones, I think I used Juno Creative or something. I love them. They are so nice, and they've never done me dirty. And they've just been, like, really wonderful. So I know it'll be, like, it'll be really easy and fine and fun and whatever once I, actually decide to, like, do shit with them again. But I'm just kind of, like... I don't know, I get a little bit anxious sometimes for no reason. And I haven't been able to, like, concentrate and commit to any merch designs lately. So, yeah. And for prints, I'm just gonna open an imprint store so that someone else can fucking deal with it for me. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Because I'm like, oh, you mean I have to actually, like, talk to somebody and, like, discuss what I want done? And then I just get really anxious about it. And I have no idea why. Well, I do, because when I wasn't medicated for both anxiety and ADHD, I had really bad anxiety towards talking to people on the phone and responding to emails. And I still have that despite being super medicated. So I just think it's just a me thing. And I think it's just because of how my parents fucked me up as a child. And I felt like I just feel like I can't talk to anybody, or like I'm scared of what they're gonna say and they're gonna judge me and stuff all the time. And that's mostly gone, but it comes back sometimes. And like I have a really bad time like calling banks or picking up the phone when it's an unknown number calling me. I have a bad time, and like it nearly moves me to tears. And there's been many times. I remember one time I scheduled a Canada Post truck to come and get this huge batch of charms because I didn't want to sit at the post office and like submit them all, because people get mad, you know? People are fucking assholes at the post office. And so I scheduled a truck. It didn't come the day I scheduled it. And then I got a call that was like, on a random day, that was like, hey, the Canada Post thing is there. And I was like, well, I scheduled it for this other day. And they're like, oh, well, you still have to pay for the truck. And I'm like, okay. So I had to call in, and I was crying on the phone because I was so anxious about talking to somebody just to pay for this stupid fucking Canada Post thing. And then this other time when I thought I had titty cancer and I had to go in for like a boob pap thing, and I was like crying on the phone to the hospital staff being like, I'm supposed to like schedule a sonogram for my titty or something. And they were like, oh yeah, okay. And they were so nice, but I was just like crouched in the corner of my studio crying in the broom closet because I was so scared to call them. It's so fucking funny. Like, in hindsight, it was funny. In the moment, I was mortified. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I just have such a bad time because, like, I also have, like, there's something wrong with my, like, auditory and visual senses, I think. Because if I don't see the person in front of me, I can't hear them sometimes, and I just really panic about it. It's really dumb. I don't know how to explain it. And then when I'm like recording something for like VO and shit, I just, it's really bad because I panic a lot, and that's why I like am kind of on top of it for dubbing because I'm so scared of fucking up. So, yeah, that makes sense. It's an ADHD thing. Ugh, so exhausting. I hate this. I might actually ask my doctor if I can up my dosage. I'm at freaking 20 milligrams for ADHD or for Adderall, so I might be like, can we try 25? Or because 30 is like the normal high limit. So yeah. Kishi, I'm sorry to hear that, homie. Honestly, like with my parents, it only got better when I like moved out pretty much, and I didn't have as much contact with them. So I hope your situation can improve, homie, because it is really difficult, and I endured a lot of shit with my parents. I patched things up with my dad, and now me and my dad are really, really close because we are actually the same person. I am just like a reincarnated version of him. Only difference is he likes to bone, and I'm just like, I would rather die. That's having sexy times sounds like the worst thing in the world to me. Yeah, that's the thing. It's always money, right? It's always money. Like, I was just lucky because my mom, who is like one of, like, she's the